We're here today at Sony Pictures Imageworks, a state-of-the-art visual effects and computer animation company. But if you thought for a second that just because they make cartoon characters that this is kid stuff, you better think again. They've won several Oscar awards, received numerous nominations, and are considered to be the forerunner of what's possible in digital filmmaking today. I am Beowulf!
Sony Imageworks is an interesting company. We're owned by a very large corporation who loves technology. And they understand technology, and they understand the need for developing technology, which I think really helps us in our quest to be the first, the best, as far as the new technology goes. Here at Imageworks, we have 4 pipelines. We have our visual effects pipeline, which we've been working at since our inception. We also have a CG feature pipeline, like Open Season and Surf's Up, which has been a brand new effort in the last 5 or 6 years. And no other visual effects company has done this successfully. Generally, the pipelines are very different. What you need for visual effects work is very different than what you need for a CG feature. In addition, we've also got performance capture, which takes the best parts of the CG features and the best parts of the visual effects pipelines, merges them together, comes up with some new things that we have to be able to accomplish with performance capture, which creates an entirely different pipeline. And we're able to do an entirely different type of film in the full performance capture film genre.
What we need is a hero. I'm here to kill your monster.
The motion capture process involves first creating a place where you can record a person's motion, and we call this the motion capture volume. And the volume that we use is a 25 by 25 square foot square that's surrounded by almost 300 of these special cameras that are designed to record motion. The actor will wear a very tight-fitting Lycra suit with about 72 special markers on the body, and their face will have about 120 markers placed strategically on various muscles on their face that can record, basically a movement of the skeleton. The cameras pick up the dots and function almost like a compound eye. They can look at the actor from any direction, record basically a cloud of moving dots. And after that, our animators can then take this motion and animate in the computer the character.
I am practically a grown-up. I don't even need you here, Elizabeth.
After motion capture, the real magic begins. Over the course of 6 to 8 weeks, hundreds of animators utilize surprisingly available off-the-shelf software, including Maya, Houdini, Motion Builder, After Effects, Photoshop, and Avid Media Composer, usually on dual-processor Mac G5s, transforming clouds of dots into some of the most exciting characters to grace the big screen. But before you head down to the basement to create your own digital epic, be aware that Sony Pictures Imageworks will not divulge the additional proprietary codes that soup up their software and bring their characters to life.
So the character doesn't necessarily have to look like the actor.
I got the part because of, I think he liked the voice. Very deep, Show yourself! What are you?
It can be a creature, it could be a human, or it could be anything you can imagine. The Grendel's mother character, played by Angela Jolie, was one of the most exciting characters to work on.
I shall make you the greatest king that ever lived. I swear.
It made our job, exciting, on the other hand, very frightening, because we had to make sure she looked exactly like you know that she looked from the hundreds of thousands of photos of her out there. So we had to get all her details correct.
It is sexy, and it is visually not just pretty to watch, but really beautiful and cool to watch.
They're very exciting projects to work on because they tend to be groundbreaking. They tend to involve technologies that don't exist at the beginning of the project, and we have to create this technology to serve the creative goal.
One challenge was the character's realistic eye movement. In previous films, such as Polar Express, animators had to mimic that movement frame by frame, which proved to be too time-consuming. So Sony created a groundbreaking new process of their own called EOG.
EOG involves putting small sensors around a person's eyes. We measure the electricity that the muscles in the body create, and that data is turned into eye movement. It's a little hocus pocus, but it really works.
Are you still with me to the end?
Sony Pictures Imageworks continually raises the bar in the visual effects and computer animation industry. So we asked them what the future is going to look like.
It's hard to predict what the future is going to be for digital filmmaking.
All the secret stuff is probably too boring to, to convey.
Well, they weren't talking, so I guess we can only imagine.